You know, what's the real difference between someone who's just good at their job and someone who's truly great? Well, it turns out it's not always about being the smartest person in the room. Today, we're going to dive into a skill that's way more powerful than raw intelligence when it comes to success, and that is emotional intelligence.
And wow, this quote from Daniel Goleman, who basically pioneered this whole idea, just hits it perfectly, right? He says IQ predicts what job you can get, but once you're in that job, that's where emotional intelligence kicks in. I mean, think about it. Your IQ might get you through the door. Maybe it gets you the degree or the fancy job title. But once you're there and you're surrounded by other smart people, something else has to set you apart. And that's something else? That's emotional intelligence.
All right, so let's really dig into this idea. We're going to go beyond just book smarts. In this first part, we'll break down the real difference between IQ and EI and see what actually fuels amazing performance.
Okay, so this lays it out perfectly. IQ gets you the job, but EI predicts who becomes a star in that job. It's like this. Think of your IQ as the ticket that gets you into the stadium. It gets you on the field with all the other players. But your EI, well, that's how you play the game. It's how you work with your teammates, how you handle the pressure, how you lead the charge. That's what makes you the MVP, not just another player on the roster.
Okay, so we get it. EI is a big deal. But what is it, actually? Let's break it down. We're going to look at the 4 core skills that make up emotional intelligence.
So, at its heart, emotional intelligence is just a set of skills for dealing with emotions, both yours and other people's. You've got self-awareness, self-management, empathy, and relationship skills. And this isn't some vague, feel-good concept, It's a concrete set of abilities you can actually learn and get better at. It's all about how you handle yourself and how you handle your relationships. And these skills really build on each other, kind of like a staircase. Step 1 is self-awareness. That's just knowing what you're feeling and, just as important, why you're feeling it. Then, once you know what's going on inside, you move to step 2, self-management. This is about using that awareness to handle your emotions so they don't handle you. From there, you turn your focus outward to step 3, social awareness, which is really all about empathy. Can you tune in to what other people are feeling? And finally, step 4 is relationship management. This is where you pull all the other skills together to build real trust and rapport with people.
All right, now we get to what is, for me, the most exciting part of this whole conversation. Because here's the thing about emotional intelligence. It's not something you're just born with.
Yeah, unlike your IQ, which pretty much stays the same your whole life, your emotional intelligence can actually change. It's a learned skill, and you can learn it at any point in your life. This is huge. It means you're not stuck. It's not about what you have, it's about what you build.
Okay, let's try a little experiment right now, so you can actually feel what this is like. Go on, just cross your arms the way you always do. Don't even think about it. See? Feels totally normal, right? Comfortable, automatic.
All right, now try crossing them the other way. The way that feels weird. Go ahead. Feels a little off, doesn't it? You actually have to stop and think to do it. That little bit of discomfort you're feeling, that's the feeling of your brain working to create a new habit. It's literally forging a new neural pathway. That's what scientists call neuroplasticity, and it's exactly how we learn new emotional habits. So let's connect this to a real skill, like becoming a better listener. The old habit, your normal arm cross, is maybe interrupting someone to get your point across. The new habit, the awkward arm cross, is to force yourself to listen all the way through, maybe even reflect back what you heard, and then say what you think. It's going to feel unnatural at first, for sure, but every single time you do it, you're making that new neural pathway for empathy a little bit stronger, until one day, that's the new normal.
Okay, so let's see where the rubber meets the road with this stuff. A place we all know well, the workplace. I mean, the difference between a boss with low EI and a true leader with high EI, it is absolutely night and day.
I bet you've experienced both of these, right? On one side, you have the leader you hate. They don't manage their emotions, they're clueless about their impact, they don't listen, and they just stress everybody out. Then you have the leader you love, the one who's inspiring, supportive, clear, and makes you feel trusted. They're the ones who help you do your absolute best work.
And this isn't just anecdotal. There's real research on this. It shows that emotions are literally contagious, especially from a leader. Their mood spreads through the team like a virus. Whether it's positive or negative, it sets the tone for everyone. The leader is basically the team's emotional thermostat.
And you can see the impact of this so clearly.
In the short term, a low EI leader might get results just by driving people hard. But long term, it's a total disaster. It just leads to burnout, and you end up losing your most talented people. It's completely unsustainable.
But EI isn't just about being a great leader at work. Its power shows up everywhere. I want to share a really amazing story that shows just how much of an impact it can have in our everyday lives. This story is about a man named Govan Brown, who was a bus driver in New York City. And he would just say to everyone who got on his bus, "Welcome to the bus. How's your day going?" Think about that. In a huge, anonymous city like New York, where everyone's usually in their own little bubble, he was making a real human connection with every single person.
And what was the result of this simple act? Over his career, Govan Brown received 3,000 letters of praise. I mean, just let that number sink in for a second. 3,000. People would actually wait on the street corner, letting other buses pass just so they could ride on his bus. All for that one moment of connection. If that's not a testament to the power of EI, I don't know what is.
So what was his secret? Well, it was his sense of purpose. Govan Brown didn't just see his job as driving a bus. He saw his passengers as his flock, and he felt he was there to tend to them. He was connecting his work to a deeper meaning, and that's what fueled his incredible ability to connect with people. He turned a mundane bus ride into something truly special.
And Govan Brown's story really brings us to the bigger picture, and back to Daniel Goleman's ultimate point. He's always felt that the more emotional intelligence there is in society, the better off we'll all be. It's not just about business success. It's about creating a better world, a more compassionate and connected world.
So as we wrap this up, the real challenge for all of us isn't just to know what emotional intelligence is, it's to actually practice it. It starts with those small things, right? A moment of real listening, a genuine question, an act of empathy. So I'll leave you with this one thought. How could you be the Govan Brown in someone's day-to-day?